Hey guys, great job so far in the resolutions challenge. We've got a few weeks left, so this week we're gonna potentially add back in some sort of food group and see how it affects us. So if you guys have been following along and doing a great job so far with the nutrition, we have a really good baseline, eating some clean foods and getting some stuff out of our diet that when we bring it back in, we're truly gonna see how it affects us now. So if you want to bring a food group back in, the three options that I want you to pick from are either going to be dairy, legumes, or gluten. So if we add back in dairy, that's going to be milk, cheese, yogurt. Legumes, not only is that beans, but also peanut butter, or gluten, any sort of breads, grains, stuff like that. As a side note, if you don't want to add anything back in and you've just been crushing it and you want to keep it going with the nutrition rules, I strongly encourage that if you're up for it. This is just to gain a little bit of knowledge so that after the challenge is over, you're going to truly know what affects you and what doesn't affect you and what you can handle okay and maybe what you should stay away from, forever. So when we add something back in, I want you to only pick one of these so that you get a true response about how you actually handle things. If we add in, dairy, I want it to be 2 to 3 servings a day. And I want you to notice how you feel, right after you have that in regards to digestion, later in the day or maybe the next day in regards to your focus, your mood, your performance the next day, and also sleep that night. So not only, right after we eat something do we want to know how we feel, but also how we feel that night, how we feel the next day, how we recover. If you choose one of these food groups, I want you guys to do that, for at least 2 days, maybe even 3 days, to truly see how it affects you. If our goal is body composition, see if it makes you fluctuate your weight a little bit. If our goal is performance, see how you feel during your workouts. When we add this stuff back in, optimally we want it to be, still our own cooking. That's not to say, if we do, adding gluten back in or adding dairy back in, if we go to a restaurant and have that, there's gonna be other crappy stuff that comes along with it. We want to get a true measure, whether it's the, the extra sugar in all those foods, or whether it's the, crappy vegetable oil in some of those foods at a restaurant, or whether it's actually, the lactose in the dairy, or whether it's actually beans that are affecting us or gluten that's actually affecting us. So I encourage you guys to really get a good response from that. Again, if you don't want to add anything back in, that is totally fine.